Oh, hi. Hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome back to my cozy little corner of YouTube. This is Nova Gnome Creations, and I'm Nova, and I am so happy to see you today. I hope that you are doing well, and I hope that you and your loved ones are taking care the best that you can. I hope you guys are having a great week so far. I am, well, for one, I gotta point out, this is the first video you guys are seeing my yarn cubes without the doors on them. I just did that. I am kind of, revamping it a little bit, I think. I want to go through and organize the yarn. This is just what the yarn looks like inside of my cubes, by the way. A little bit messy in some of them. But skeins are not all the same size, and some of them are small and some of them are partials and all that, so it kind of gets a little sloppy looking. But I think it looks so pretty, seeing all of that like yarny goodness, like color and deliciousness of all that fiber. Yes, gotta eat up the fiber. But I took the doors off. I had been contemplating taking the doors off for quite a while. I just wasn't sure about it because putting them back on would be very difficult. But I was having issues with some of them not wanting to stay closed. And then also I like to get inspired by the yarn that I have when I'm picking out things to make projects or coming up with what project I want to make. And so I would literally be walking back and forth, opening and closing all of the cubes like 700 times. So I just kind of wanted to see it all. I've never had it set up in a way where I could see it all. Originally I had these cubes like with the doors. I purposely got ones with doors because of my cat. Also it does keep dust off of them, but that wasn't really the reason. It was to keep my cat out of it because I have a cat that loves yarn, and loves getting inside of things, loves getting in like cubes and things like that. So he sometimes actually would pry them open and still end up getting into them. But now that I've had this room where I keep the door shut and everything, the cats do not have access to my yarn, so I can actually have it open if I want to. And I'm feeling pretty happy about it. I went ahead and left the doors on the lower cubes. They're not really having a whole lot in them to begin with. And then like some of it's not even yarn. Like I have like a few projects in some of them, or like these ones over here, I just have like clothes. Like I wanted one row to be clothes. For the time being at least. So I went ahead and left the doors on those ones because the doors on those ones all shut fine and stay shut, and aren't like lined up wrong or whatever, like not wanting to open and close. Also, those ones are closer to the floor, so I'd honestly like just for like dust and stuff like that, I think I'll keep the doors on the ones closer to the floor anyways. But I am loving that being open. So I know I just went on a huge tangent about that, but I mean, it's like super, super noticeable and I had to point it out. Also, I am drinking this bubbly, we found a new bubbly flavor and I'm hoping it's not the like end of the season for it because I have a feeling this is a spring flavor. We found this one and another one. I don't remember the name of the other one, but this one is Bellini Bliss. It's peach, pineapple, and mango flavored. This is sparkling water, by the way, if you don't know what bubbly is. It's an unsweetened one. So it's a carbonated water with like, think of like essential oils or something like that. They're not sweet, but they have those flavors to it. So that's what I'm drinking, and that is where the little oh hi on the tab came from. Let's see if I can get it to focus for you guys. Oh hi. So yes, that's what I am currently having. It is so good. I don't remember the name of the other one, but it's like strawberry kiwi something. I'm super excited to try it. I haven't tried it yet. But anyway, the reason that we are all gathered here today is I have a little Temu haul. So they didn't put it in their like fancy orange Temu packaging, so it's just a gray mailer. Usually they come in like, their orange, exciting, like, oh, I see I have a package like colors. But I got a gray one this time. I have not opened it yet, by the way. Completely unopened. I did go through my order and write down everything that I got so that I could give you guys the details on it. And as always, I will link everything in the description box to make it easy for you guys. If you see anything and you're like, I gotta have that, then you can literally just go to my description box and I'll have it all linked. And then I will also have a coupon code, my personal like referral coupon code. If you guys do go check out Temu, I would love it if you would use that, but no big deal. I'm just excited to share these things with you guys. So I'm just going to open this up and dump everything out, and then we will go through it. All right. So I did write down everything that I got. I'm seeing one thing right away that I did not write down. I'm wondering if it maybe isn't available anymore, but we'll work our way through here. We'll figure it out. Okay, so let me kind of straighten things up here a little bit. So this is a yarny haul. Yarn and yarn related things. I'm so excited. Okay, so I wanted to do more like yarn specific things. I've gotten like quite a bit of craft supplies off of Temu, and I've gotten some like decor type stuff, like this rug back here came from Temu. If you didn't see that video, it was like a little home decor haul, and you can see that on my channel if you're interested. But I wanted to get some like yarn more specifically. I've gotten like a skein of yarn pretty much every time I order, but like I really like wanted to get yarns this time. So all right, well, this is gonna be difficult to know which yarn is which yarn, I just realized. You know what? We'll start with this. We'll start with the thing that's easy for me to tell. So I got one of these. I got another one of these. This is a vintage thread cutter pendant. I have one of these that I got from a different site, and I loved it. I love it. So I ended up using this during my trip to Michigan because I brought it, like I could bring it in my carry-on and stuff, and I wasn't worried it would be considered a weapon, unlike like scissors, you know? So it looks like this, and it can be put on a necklace. It actually has, like, it's a pendant. It could be put on a necklace. It could be put on a keychain, and it's actually pretty enough that you could do that. But in between each of these little like notches, it's basically like little scissors. And let me grab like a piece of yarn so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. Okay, so here is a piece of yarn, and here is the little pendant cutter, and you just put your yarn through the little pendant cutter hole, and there we go. I don't know if it's, let me try a different one. I'm trying to hold this up in a funky way, so it's probably part of why I'm struggling. Yes, it is why I'm struggling. Okay. I was like, is this one not as sharp? Let me just try to like hold it like a little bit more of a normal human being and see how that goes. Yes. So, as you may have noticed, it cuts yarn. Yes, I did just cut like little pieces of this yarn. It's so handy though, and it's honestly really cute. And I thought that these would be really nice to have on keychains, on like my project bags, or in my project bags. Is it this one? For example, I don't have it on this one, but like I sometimes will put like little keychain type things on these. Like you can put stitch markers and stuff on them. Obviously you can put it in the bag itself, but I thought these were really handy and cool to have in your project bags. So I saw that they had this, and guess how much this was? 67 cents. You cannot beat that. So when I saw that they had it for 67 cents, I was just kind of like scrolling through stuff. I was like, I have to get another one because this thing is just so handy. So that's what that looks like. It comes in this little plastic bag. And like I said, that is the vintage thread cutter pendant. All right, and let's see. Okay, now I'm gonna try to kind of figure out which yarns I'm looking at. I don't know. I don't know, you guys. You know what? We're just going to get into the yarns. Okay, so I have the yarns names all written down. I'll let you guys know what they are. They're all kind of similar. I was really specifically looking for like novelty yarns. I wanted to get some like funky yarns that I can use in like projects I want a lot of texture in. I'm planning on making like a really textured hat again soon. And so I was thinking like get some novelty yarns, get some funky yarns, things with fuzz and fluff and pom-poms and just like all this like weirdness to them, because I want to make a really funky like fae hat. That's kind of like the vibe that I go for, is like long fae hat, lots of different types of textured stitches, lots of different textured yarns. So that's kind of what I was thinking. I'll let you guys know the listing names. If you are interested in these yarns, I'll have them linked in the description box, and if you click on them, you'll be able to see what yarn they are when you click on them. It's just that I have it written down and I don't have a photo for each of them to know which yarn they are, and the names, because these yarns are similar types of yarns, their descriptions are pretty much like very comparable. But I'm just going to start opening these and I'll tell you guys about them. So one of them is going to be a 50-gram roll of Gradient Special Fancy Yarn, knitting, hat, packaging, decoration, thread. All of them have long, funky names. Some of them I wrote down a little bit more of the names. Some of them I just kind of wrote down a little bit and put etc. because they put a lot of keywords for searching when you're trying to find items you want. So sometimes they have really long names. This one actually says, and I was pretty happy to notice this, well, I don't know if it's this one. Like I said, I'm just going to tell you the yarn names, but I was happy to notice that the yarn names, actually a lot of them now say how much they come with and what fiber they are, because a lot of these yarns, and actually none of the yarns I got this time have ball bands on them at all, but a lot of the Temu yarns, I don't think I have another one sitting around here, but like these ones, the fluffy like blanket yarn ones that I've gotten, they have ball bands with like no information on them. They're basically just like, here's your yarn, and it doesn't say what fiber it is or how many grams there are or anything like that. So I did like the fact that they mentioned that it was 100% polyester. Whichever yarn it is that I'm speaking about, that one was $4.79. Okay. Then I'm going to open all of them and then I'll show you them consecutively. We also have, let's see, one piece irregular gradient looped yarn, etc. 100 to 120 centimeters or 50 grams. And that one was $3.79. Ooh, this yarn is caked. Then we have one piece polyester 30%, acrylic 70% yarn, long fluffy polka dot, warm, soft, etc. 50 grams, and that one was $3.99. So they all kind of fall in the same price range. Like they're all within like $1 of each other. And then the last one is 50-gram gradient wool loop thread, etc. And that one was $3.49. So I'm just finishing up opening this last one. 3 of these came in cakes. Oh, this one is really soft. 3 of these came in cakes, and 1 of them came in like a spool. So let me get this out of my way. Throw it over here. All right, so, ooh, I'm just gonna hold all of these up for you guys first so you can kind of see what we are looking at. Here are the yarns that I got. I think these are gonna be so great for novelty yarns. You can see I'm also kind of on like a purples and pastels and like, you know, tweed, rainbowy kind of tweed mix-ins. That was kind of the feeling, the vibe that I'm going to go for this hat. I want to do purple and just like lots of texture and stuff. So this is the one that came on the spool. This one kind of has like a confetti vibe to it. It's got like little pieces of like confetti type stuff onto like a thin strand, and it came on like a plastic spool. Let's see if I can find, yeah, here we go. So I can show you guys what you're working with. This is like the thickness that we're looking at and like the confetti kind of thing going on. This is going to be a really nice, you know, like textured yarn. And I don't know if you can tell very well, the color though is pink and blue. So pink and blue kind of confetti on a thin strand. That is going to be a fun novelty yarn. I think that is so cute. Gives me like unicorn, like pastel, like cutesy vibes. Then we've got this one. This one is like less fluffy and big feeling than these ones. I think all of these yarns that I got were 50 grams. Yeah, every yarn that I got was 50 grams. They all did say that. So this one feels like it's wound tighter, and then this one is looser and softer. So the colors on this one are like purple, yellow, pink, and then they're like really fuzzy, and they're on a thinner strand that has black in it. So that's really interesting. Interesting. And then I can see some curly fibers in here too, if you guys can see that. So there is some curly fibers in there too. What I think they probably did was took a thinner yarn and then, oh yeah, I see what they did. So it looks like they basically took like a strand of thread, basically like, you know, sewing thread, like width, like thickness of black, and then twisted it, you know, when you're spinning the yarn with this really thin strand of wool or whatever this fiber is that they used. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's like twisted together. Really interesting. And then like the strand that they used is black, and then the fluffy part of the yarn is what's dyed. So all the colors that you're seeing are just coming from that fluffy like wool or whatever it is that they wove this or spun this with. And then this one has got a lot of curliness to it. A lot of curly fibers to it. So this one is purple and blue. And it is also like a thinner strand, but like look at the curls on that. This is going to be perfect for a super textured, like funky, like project, like I was saying, like making a hat. Oh, that's going to be so nice. That's going to be so nice. This is really cute. This is really pretty. And it's like purple and blue dyed together and mixed together. And it looks like they did this one kind of the same way they did that other one, except for this one is done with a white strand that is twisted with the wool. So I love these. And then we have one more, which I purposely kind of saved for last because the colors are so rich and awesome on this that I think it's probably going to be my fave. So you can see that this has a halo to it, which is with what this like basically hairy kind of stuff all over it is. It's got like a fuzz to it, you know. This one is a nice dark rich purple. I'm hoping you can like really see the color of that. It is really rich. And then it's got pink and blue and green and yellow and purple and orange, basically every color of the rainbow mixed into it in a tweed kind of effect, like little like puff balls of it. And then here is what the individual strands look like. This one has a thicker strand than the other ones. The other ones were quite thin. This one's still thin, but it is thicker than the other ones were. So here is what we are looking at. There you go. There's a really good image, a good visual. So this one is, I think it's also got a strand that runs through it, but it's much more like mixed in. I think that it's purple probably, so you really can't see it. Oh, I see what they did too. So these pom-poms are these like little like tweed pieces. They're kind of like little puff balls. I don't know if you guys can tell, but they actually run continuously through it. There's like little tiny puff balls too in between the bigger puff balls, and it's actually its own strand, but it's twisted in here so well with all the like mohair type of stuff, all this halo type stuff on here, that you can't even tell that it's like more than one thread. But yeah, this definitely has quite a halo to it. Definitely has a lot of that fuzz to it that I know some people really don't like. But I love the colors on this. Oh, I'm so excited. These are gonna make a gorgeous hat. I'm gonna put them with other types of yarn and make it like super textured. You know, some more normal like types of yarn too. Obviously it won't be completely made of these, but guys, can you imagine how gorgeous this is gonna look in a hat or gloves? I haven't decided yet. I kind of also want to do some like boho, like, I don't know, super textured, like awesome gloves. I think these would look so good, but I'm probably going to do them in a hat. Okay, so there is the yarn portion. Very, very happy with those. Super, super excited. I'm glad that I grabbed those. I literally was like skimming through like Temu for like hours trying to decide which yarns to get, and I like really was on a hunt for novelty yarns. I think I did a pretty good job of finding ones that are gonna look really good together and also are like different from each other. I would have liked to have found a little more variety of more kind of crazy yarns. If you guys see any other cool like crazy yarns on Temu, feel free to let me know. Or in general, I'm like just kind of looking for novelty yarns that don't cost an arm and a leg. But that's kind of what I'm looking for, is just kind of building up a little stash of these things. So now I've got some like yarny related stuff and just like also a couple little odds and ends. But one of the things I am the most excited for in this whole order is actually these. So what these are is, let me find the listing. They are listed as 14-piece heavy-duty hand sewing needles kit, 14-piece leather needles for hand sewing, upholstery, etc. So they're for like carpets, upholstery, leather, things like that. I was purposely searching for leather needles because I have heard that these are really, really great for amigurumi. I currently use like the bent tip needles. These are my favorite for amigurumi, are these bent tip needles. But especially when you're working on something big, something bigger, you need longer needles and you need like kind of curved needles and things like that, which is why I like the bent tip. These though, and I think the other type of needle that I want to try, if I remember right, is called an upholstery needle. I think they sell really long upholstery needles. I want to try getting some of those just for like when you're making a large project and you're trying to do sewing, you really need like a long needle. And obviously you need them to be thick needles and all that good stuff. So, okay, so it comes with 2 of the same like little sheet in here of needles. So I'm going to hold one up for you guys and I'm going to read the other one. So this, starting at the top right where my finger is touching and then working our way down, we have a Glover's needle. This Glover's needle looks very similar to the needle that I use for sewing in my ends, weaving in my ends, which is this needle. Very similar. This is just basically the thickest needle that comes like in a pack of needles. That's what I use for sewing or weaving in my ends, however you want to phrase it. But that is what that Glover's needle looks like. There you go. It says for sewing leather and furs. The next one is a carpet needle for sewing carpet and heavy cloth. The carpet needle is a little bit smaller. It's got a smaller eye on it. Then the next one is a sail needle for sewing canvas, tarpaulin, and the Venetian blinds, it says. So that's this one right now that's next to my finger. Then this longer one is a straight upholstery needle for repairing chairs, sofas, and car seats. That I think is going to be super handy because it is a longer needle, and I was thinking that a longer needle would really help. Ooh, so then we've got this one down here, which is a sack needle I'm going to switch it so you guys can look at this one, because the one in here is turned and you can't tell what it is as much, but it's a bent tip. See what I mean? This one is kind of turned so that it's facing towards the packaging. But yeah, that's a bent tip. It's a sack needle for sewing sacks, bags, and hampers. So that is a longer bent tip needle. Let's compare the length to the regular bent tip needles that I get like on Amazon and stuff that I normally use for weaving in my ends. Or weaving in. Okay, so it's really not that much longer. It is a tiny bit longer. This one is thicker though. But yep, it's a bent tip. And then we've got a curved mattress needle on the bottom. So that really curved needle. And then this curved needle up on the side is curved mattress needle for sewing upholstery and mattresses. And it's just like a bigger version of the other one. It's like a little bit different. So these are, the actual packaging says basic home handy needle assortment. I got these on here, and like I told you guys like the name for it was like 14-piece heavy duty hand sewing needles kit, 14-piece leather needles. It's got a long name basically saying all the different things that you might search to like find it. It was $1.79. $1.79, and it came with both of these. I think that is a steal. That is a good price. So I'm excited to play around with these needles a little bit. I will definitely let you guys know how they work for me. I don't know if I'm done with my search, my quest to try different types of needles. Honestly, I'm really happy with the bent tips that I use, the different types of needles that I use, but I do see that for embroidery, putting faces on things or trying to attach limbs onto larger amigurumi, that there is a need for like longer needles or more curved needles, and I wanted to mess around with it and try to find the best ones for each type of thing. And then I can also let you guys know what I think, like what I find, because I didn't even know, you know, like about these types of needles for the longest time. It's just one of those things, you hear it a few times and you're like, okay, maybe I need to try that, you know. So I got those and I'm really excited to try those. I also got a pack of 3 measuring tapes. These are just a 3-piece soft tape measure in random colors. These are pretty cute colors. They came with a pink, a yellow, and a blue. And I got these for $1.29. I actually got these for doing giveaways. I just am trying to work on getting together like little bits of notions here and there when I can, so that when I do giveaways, I don't have like a lot of things that I need to like, okay, I have like a list of things that I want to buy. You know what I mean? Like I have 3 different measuring tapes now. So for like the next 3 giveaways, I can throw a measuring tape in there, you know, that kind of thing. So I'm just kind of working on grabbing like a thing here and there of like, you know, things that I think would be good to put into giveaways, to put together like a little notions pouch, you know? So these were $1.29 for 3 of them, which I think is a fantastic price. I love getting this type of stuff on here because in person, going to stores, you're not going to find 3-piece measuring tape sets for $1.29. Like, you're going to be lucky if you can find 1 measuring tape for $1.29. Like, you're just not going to find that. You're not going to find those prices. So that's why I like am trying to work on getting things here and there, you know, when I see a good deal to put into my giveaways. And the same for like when I'm building my own stash, like, of stuff. Where did that little thingy go? Here it is. Like this. I knew that I wanted to get more of these to put into my different project bags, and maybe even like stick one on my keychain to put on my purse. But I wasn't like actively searching for it. I just kind of skimmed through and like look at everything a little bit. And I saw that this was, what I say, 67 cents. That's the type of deal that I'm looking at where I'm like, okay, I'm going to grab that now while it's 67 cents, you know, rather than going on a quest to find one and paying $5 for it or whatever I would pay for it, you know? You get what I'm saying? Are you picking up what I'm laying down? Okay, so the next thing that I got is this. This is a 1-piece 5-yard 2mm cord nylon thread necklace, etc. This was 99 cents. I struggled so hard to figure out which one of these to buy. I wanted to get some like nylon cord or like leather or something to do necklaces with. I have really sensitive skin, so I really struggle to wear metal necklaces. I can wear like sterling silver, but I really like just like this type of necklace. That's just, I don't even know. I guess nylon. That was the issue, is that I honestly didn't know the materials of what I liked. So I wasn't sure. And also I didn't know how thick 2 millimeters was going to be. So 5 yards is quite a lot, actually. Despite coming in that little bag, like this will make a lot of necklaces. Yeah, this seems like a pretty good thickness to me. I've got, let me try not to make a mess over here. I've got some necklaces that I've been wanting to put on, or pendants I've been wanting to put on necklaces. Like, look how gorgeous this is. It's a little quartz, and it has metal wrapped around it to make it into a pendant, and it kind of looks like a tree or something. I love that. But I've got some pendants that I've been wanting to put on necklaces, and I wasn't sure what thickness I wanted because I just didn't really have a concept of what 2 millimeters thick of a cord was going to be. But this seems perfect for like the type of thickness that I want in a necklace cord. So now I can make some necklaces, and I can actually wear these pendants that I have. So I'm actually going to just set this to the side and probably do that right when I get done filming, because I'm excited about that. So now I know for future reference, 2 millimeters of nylon cord works perfectly. I'm thinking like I'll put the necklaces together, see how it feels when I'm wearing it and everything, to see if nylon is what I want it to be made out of. But I'm thinking that that works, and that was 99 cents. So heck yeah. All right, the next thing I have here is a packet of labels. So this is in, I think the colorway is coffee, because it says coffee here on the back. This is what the back looks like, by the way. Apparently these are 100% polyester. This is, this came in a 30, 50, or 150 piece woven sewing labels. For, it says for men, I don't know why. 5 color word handmade. These are 25 millimeters by 50 millimeters. And I paid $1.49 for them. And let me just see about pulling out one. I don't really need to pull out all of them. I thought that these were really cute. These are for like sewing onto projects. And they say handmade with love. And then they're like woven to make them. So that's what the back looks like. But I just thought these were really cute, and they might be fun to add to some of my crochet projects. I am not a sewer, so making something, not even sewing, like I guess weaving, I don't know. So making something like this, making the tag would be beyond me, but this is perfect to add to my handmade stuff. I think it's a cute tag. I loved the colors. I just thought it was really cute. And it was $1.49. So it was another one of those things where it's like, do I necessarily need this? No, but it was $1.49, and it's really cute. And even if I use like 2 tags out of it, it'll be worth $1.49. So it'll pay for itself very quickly, and I think they're very cute. And then I have 2 more items left. One of these items I do not have on here. Let me just make sure. Yeah, one of these items I don't have on here, so it's possible that it's the listing is no longer available. But it's one of those things, like I tell you guys every time I do a Temu haul, if for some reason one of the listings isn't available, just search it. Just search the name or some of those keywords, because they always have like multiple listings of items, so I'm sure you'll still be able to find it. So this is an Acotar keychain. If you guys know or don't know what Acotar is, it is a book series. It's the A Court of Thorns and Roses book series. They had a keychain. Let me see if I can get it up here properly for you guys. And it's reflective, so it's going to be difficult for you to see. But it says, there we go, it says Velaris or Velaris, however you would like to pronounce that. And it says the city of Starlight. And this was on there for 99 cents, I believe, yes. And I thought this would be so cute, a little keychain to put on my purse. Because I like to put little keychains on my purse. It is definitely not the best made keychain, I will tell you that. It kind of looks like it was drawn on here with like a Sharpie or something. But it was 99 cents, so like, what can you expect, you know? But I think that that's so cute. I love the theme of it, you know? If you know, or if you like this series, it's so reflective, it's hard to show you guys. But if you like this series, you'll get, you know, like, the city of Starlight, like, it's a big deal in the book series. But for 99 cents, I was like, I'm gonna get that keychain, put it on my purse. And then the last item I have, like I said, I don't have a listing for it. But this is a mix of glittery buttons. So here's what the back looks like. They're putting like labels that actually say what things are more. I feel like that's like a little bit more put together than I'm used to seeing from Temu. But it says on here, you know, glitter mix, randomly mixed, made in China, you know, keep away from children and all that kind of stuff. But these are so pretty. I wish that I knew. I wouldn't have paid too much for them. I'm betting they were probably in the ballpark of $1, because I'm working on building up a little button collection. I love when I am working on stuff to be able to just get into my stash of buttons and just get a button out. Like, I don't want to have to go buy buttons when I need them. You know what I mean? I want to just be like, I want a purple button for this, and get in there and be like, what purple buttons do I have? So for example, if I wanted a purple button, then I might pull out this purple sparkly button. Also, I just love sparkles, so when I saw a little glitter mix of assorted colors, I was like, sorry, I was like, glitter mix, yes, assorted colors, perfect, because I don't need like 700 of every color. And that's the thing about buying buttons, is you're buying like a pack of pink glittery buttons or a pack of purple glittery buttons or whatever. Chances are I will only ever need a couple of each color. Like, it's literally just there so that I have the colors that I could want. So I see clear, I see purple, I see orange, I see yellow, I see green, I see pink. But there you go. You can kind of get an idea for that. And I'm sure you could just search glitter buttons, or like glitter mix buttons, random buttons, things like that, and get that. But that is going to be my Temu haul. Yes. Okay, that is my Temu haul, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this as much as I did. This was so fun. Keep your eyes peeled. At some point, I will be making this hat. It's not something that I'm planning on throwing on my hooks right away. Like I said, I'm kind of working on accumulating the yarn that I want to use for it, a little bit at a time, because I do want to put some funky yarns, like novelty yarns. I want to put like boucle yarns and things like that, you know, just really textured, different kinds of things. And I think it's going to be so cute. I'm so excited for it. But yeah, this will definitely be an upcoming project. But I'm really happy with everything. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. If you're interested in any of this stuff, I will have it all linked in the description box. And like I said, I do have my code also linked in the description box below. I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you on the next video. Bye, guys!